This is the day that would be day 2 of my for a 20-day water fast. Okay, but I'm not doing a 20-day water fast anymore. I wasn't called to do a 20-day water fast, but I was called to live, to eat vegan, and to omit sugar from my diet. I have not been obedient with that, and thus the consequences of what was on my stomach. Now, the 2 days that I was preparing for the fast, and then the one day I did fast, the fat on my stomach has gone down significantly. So I know it's my disobedience that has caused that. My journey yesterday but I met a lady. She was stunning. Caucasian, long hair, very wavy, but very silky and healthy. And I had to tell her she looked like she could have been. Maybe she was trying to not draw attention to herself, but I told her she looked like a celebrity to me. She looked like someone who could actually have worked out or modeled with Meghan Markle. And she said, no, I live on a farm. Like, what? She says, I live on a farm. This is the significant part. She lives on a farm, and she eats all vegetables like I do. She doesn't have sugar unless it's in wine, which actually supposedly wine is supposed to be good for you. And yeah, that's how she, and I'm not sure about exercise, but I'm sure she does things around the farm. And so generally, the only difference between she and I is that I snack. I have chocolate here and there, and I know that urge or need to eat chocolate is emotional. That the things that I have been going through lately, the kind of purification process I've been going through has led me to feel that I need to have chocolate. But after meeting her, I realized I'm so thin overall that it's almost like an eating disorder if I do a 20-day fast right now. I'm healthy. All the symptoms I had in regards to ailments I had before are all gone. Look at the weather is what caused my skin to be really dry right now. My skin is really plump and healthy. The cloves that I'm eating my skin is very, very clear. So scratch the 20-day fast. So this is what I plan to do. So what I had been doing is I had been eating once a day, but I had been eating at about noon. And the reason why I started doing that is because when I was eating late, I was finding that I was getting up to pee 2 times, 3 times at night. This is the thing. Now that when I started doing the 12 o'clock meal, first of all, I had a tendency to want to snack at the end of the day, which I wasn't doing when I was eating later, and I still pee at night. So yesterday I fasted through the whole day, and I broke my fast with fruit and some nuts at about 4 or 5. I didn't drink as much as I'd like to, so I'll be drinking more today. But I feel I slept great, and my joints feel great. My stomach went down like so much. I'm so excited. So I won't be doing my 20-day fast, but I will be more disciplined about my intermittent fasting now. The sugar and stuff, no matter what's going on around me, I see it as being a consequence and taking me away from the state of health and well-being that I want to be in. This lady, I don't know if she'll ever see this video, but most likely she won't, but I want her to know that you definitely, just your presence just motivated me to be more disciplined in how I'm eating. I don't want to be thin. I want to be healthy, but I do know what fat stores are. Fat stores are what houses the toxins in our body. So when you have fat stores in certain parts of your body, sometimes it tells you what's going on with you, if it's stress, especially if it's your midsection. If it's for women, it's stress. And sometimes it's just hormonal. We get older, our hormones change. Unless I'm called to do a 20-day water fast, I'm already fasting every day. And I realized that yesterday I was doing the fast, and I was like, I don't feel any different than I feel any other day. This is what I do every day. So I'm back to eating late, and I'm back to eating the simple things. Like before I was trying to be really fancy and creative. I don't think that's really necessary. I have something else to share with you in relations to what I discovered about things that are making our people on the earth not well. So I talked about the chemtrails, I talked about the pesticides, herbicides, I talked about the fluoride in the water, I talked about all that stuff, but there's something else that I found out that I knew about before, that I kind of been sitting on, that I hope I'm going to share it with you today. It's huge. It is huge. And no one's really talking about it because I think this is the biggest, conspiracy that's going on right now. And I'm going to give you a little hint. Bill Gates does not allow his kids to use a cell phone or an iPad, okay? That's kind of where I'm going with this, all right? It's huge. When you do a long water fast, I'm telling you, my body is so much more efficient with burning fat, and just, like, if I just change my eating, whatever I change, it happens almost like in days. It's just so amazing. So I'm embarking on my 1-year anniversary of the completion of my 40-day water fast, and and we're almost just about 6,000 subscribers. So I don't know. I don't really feel like it's a celebration per se, but I do know it's a significant thing for me because it really has changed my life. Like right now it's June. It's June, and the weather feels like October. It's kind of chilly, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Probably for two reasons. One, because all my life I haven't been able to even enjoy like a slight breeze because my iron level was so low. I was always cold, and now I'm enjoying it too because it's just. The second reason is that I'm able to walk briskly and enjoy it because I don't have asthma anymore. Like there's so much things that I enjoy so much more than I had before. I'm just so excited about just living, breathing, just being alive. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful. This reminds me of when I was a kid. About back to school. Back to school when I was a child was usually like this. We had a summer. It was a Canadian national exhibition. We go the last day, and for whatever reason, I always found that the next day, the first day of school, was always chilly and dark. So that's what it feels like right now. So I'm going to. Feels like it's gonna rain. I hope not. Please, Lord, have mercy. I'm trying to hold this as still as I possibly can. I don't know, there must be something that you can use to keep your camera still when you don't have elaborate equipment. This old forgotten community. They're finally doing things to make it beautiful, but we're cleaning it up. But it was so neglected for so many years. Let me just show you one of the pathways. A time in my life where I would have been so upset to be outside in these temperatures. I remember my parents taking us. My parents tried. They tried to do things to Canadianize us, have experiences that people have when they generally live in Canada. So we went fishing one year. I remember we packed. My mom cooked all night, and the other women, I didn't know who was going because they never really tell us anything. We just kind of go and it was surprise. There's other kids that we knew there. So anyway. I can't remember who went, but my mom cooked fish and cooked fish. Like, it's different to catch fish and cook it and because West Indian people, we cook our stuff, we season it well, we marinate it. So to cook fish on the grill, on the site is, I don't know. I just can't see my mom doing it, but she didn't do it anyway. I don't think we caught anything. I'm not too sure, but we went fishing. And it was overcast like this. It wasn't really sunny. And I was like, why are we here? I was always so cold. And I got worse as time progressed. But I remember every experience I had as a young person, and even when I was working as a youth worker, when it was chilly, I was like, ugh! I had to really wrap my head around the situation, or love the people I was with, or the cause that I was there for, to really ignore the fact that it was chilly. So now the weather is chilly and I'm just like, I'm cool with it, which is nice. So I can enjoy situations where there's greenery and shrubs and foliage and flowers, and not worry about being cold, because I'm not anemic anymore. Praise the Lord. Anyway. So I had to share that story. I've got so many stories. I've been through so much stuff. Some of them are kind of cute stories, and some of them I don't even know if you guys are ready to hear the stuff I've gone through. Anyway. A well-manicured garden and lawn. That's always been okay. When I was a child, my dad he loved, if anything, the bare bones of anything that I do, I got from my parents. They're really good at certain things, like really good, like cooking, gardening, hands-on stuff, amazing. So the gardening part, I have a green thumb, I got that from my dad. My mom's pretty good too, but my dad really loved, in our home, the women did their part and the man did their part. So my mom only started gardening really when my dad and my mom split up. So the bare bones, my dad was good at, but he did everything so nothing was refined or done in a neat kind of way. He kind of propped things together. I don't know if it was a man thing or just like a him thing. So I've always had this appreciation for well manicured gardens and lawns, especially when I used to take drives with my girls to an area in Mississauga, like a more bigger houses, more prestigious, more than $1 million homes, that area. Oh, we used to drive through there during Christmas, but also in summer when the flowers and the buds, the trees were just budding. These are plastic. These are plastic. Some of them. The flowers are plastic. I'm trying to remember this song. It's an older Jamaican song. I love it so much. Even as a child, I loved it. I have an old soul. I don't know. I was created with an old soul. That's why a lot of times when I was younger, I didn't really hang with the kids. I was kind of a nerd. I was really a nerd, but I was good with being a nerd. I didn't like what the kids were doing. So, but a reason why it's come to my memory, because, and I forgot about that song, is because my daughter, I have 4 beautiful. I'm so blessed. I have 4 beautiful daughters with good hearts. All of them had little boys dote on them when they were in kindergarten, in daycare. They always had little boys, a specific boy who used to dote on them. I have pictures of all the boys. There's always a boy that doted on my girls when they were little. They all have strong personalities, but one of them is not afraid of guys like I was. But this particular one actually had a boyfriend. Actually, they all kind of had a... But this one actually had a boyfriend, like he said this is my girlfriend. So it concerned me because I was always afraid of boys. So I thought to myself, girl, do you know you're getting yourself into? Anyway, she's got a good heart, and you know what? The enemy has sent some really terrible guys her way. I'm sorry if you guys are hearing me, the guys that were... One day she had posted something, I saw it, and I could sense that she needed a kind word or something. So I texted the words to that song with music emojis beside it. She had no idea what I was talking about, and I felt ashamed because usually in certain families there's certain songs and certain food and certain cultural things you do that you pass on to your kids. And I don't know if I even talked about this song. It's such a simple song. So anyway, Kiara, that's for you, my sweetheart, my lovely, beautiful daughter. I have one question for you. For the next, I'll answer. We'll talk about it the next vlog I do. It is spring, almost summer. For ladies and for gentlemen too. What is your favorite flower? I have, like I mentioned, I love landscaping and a well manicured lawn, but I also generally love flowers. But I have an exotic taste in flowers. That's a hint for you. I'd love you to chime in, tell me what your favorite flower is, but also too, if you can guess what my favorite flower is. Flowers are. I have a few. I'm just going to give you one hint. First of all, I have exotic taste, and two, one of the flowers I love it's on a tree. Okay, and I don't even really know the name of it, but because I have exotic taste, maybe you guys will find out. I'm going to find out for the next vlog I do. And what I'll probably do for the next vlog is I will get the names of the flowers you guys love, and I'll put your names and put the flowers that we'll just do like a little collage of flowers that everyone loves. Okay, I'll try and do my best to get as much as I can, depending on how many people decide they want to chime into this. All right, so this is going to be my last vlog for a bit because I have a lot of stuff I need to share with you guys, and I want it to be videos that people can actually come to and not be intertwined with vlogs. So basically, how has my intermittent fasting on a disciplined basis been? It's been challenging, but you know, I've been strong. I kind of got through, and I know that if I just stay disciplined, and now that I know the tricks of the enemy, I won't be putting myself in a situation where I'll have to do this again. Like I know that there was a point that I went through a serious spiritual attack, and I'll explain in one of my videos too what that means. And when I go through attacks like that, you're supposed to just endure. You're supposed to do stuff like fast and pray and seek the word, and the word is like food. It's comforting, believe me. But instead I reverted to what I knew, which was to go to things I like that makes me feel good, like chocolate. And I wasn't usually a donut person. My parents never bought donuts, but I found myself eating donuts like eclairs, which I never really had. Was like when I was able to buy chocolate on my own and donuts on my own. I always liked eclairs, but I could never ever really find it. When I could find it, I don't think I ever really. I'm not too sure exactly why. It was a rare occasion. I can't believe the last little bit of the purification I have to go through has to do with food. I think that's what it is. People might think I'm a jealous person or I'm an envious person. I've never been a jealous person or an envious person. I've always been someone to applaud other people or to be happy for other people when people have things, or when people present as being like all together. I love that. I love to see people excel in life. People base their thinking about me based on how they think about themselves, and that's unfortunate because people that thought they knew me didn't really know me, which is really sad. That's too bad. Which is good though, because I guess if they did know me, this would be a very trying time for me, but they don't. I just want to check out, let you know how I'm doing. It is the morning, so I'll be working on. Like I said, I have 3. I was praying just now, and I have 3 things specifically that I believe that the Lord wants me to share with you that are crucial for me to get up. So I got to be on point with them. So anyway, this is my last vlog for a bit. All right. So remember, be blessed. Remember, I love you, and God loves you so much more. If you only knew how much He loves you. And I just want to let you know, if you're going through something, if you're going through a trial, God is allowing it for your good, really. All right. So be blessed. Until next time.